Hi, I'm Richael O'Brien and I'm a committee member with Pride of Irons. Just thinking about what's changed, the difference between then and now. So I picked then as maybe when I first heard about gay fan groups in football. I was still living in Ireland at the time, and there was a Guardian article about how these fan groups had met up and played a five-a-side tournament. At the time, I probably don't think I was out, and at the time, and hadn't really any concrete plans to move to London. And I don't even know if Pride of Irons were involved that day, but they definitely mentioned in the article that there was a West Ham fan group called Pride of Irons. And I was a West Ham fan, so I looked up on Twitter, started following them. Probably did nothing about it for years, but I think at the time just something twigged. And I knew I might end up in London, and I thought, that's a gang of friends. That's a group of friends I'm going to be able to watch football with. So it kind of gave me a bit of comfort at the time that, yeah, maybe there was a place for me if I moved to London. So obviously when I did, they're the first people I looked for and bought my season ticket. What it was like then, I think looking back on it, maybe growing up, you would have said, I remember we used to always say, oh, that's so gay. You know, anything we didn't like, anything we thought was kind of uncool, that's so gay. And I said it as well. And the difference between then and now is that you don't really hear that anymore. Like, you never hear people say, that's so gay to describe something they don't like. I mean, I would say something's gay now, but I mean, I'm describing something that maybe is a bit gay, that I'm either making fun of myself or I'm describing it as gay because it's camp or it's probably maybe something that I like. I also think that if you hear someone else describe something as gay, there's usually, and if they mean it in a negative way, there's usually someone else around to pick them up on it, because so many more people are out and comfortable with who they are. It means that everybody in their lives has a friend, a brother, or maybe it's themselves that are gay, and they're not really prepared to let people insult them. So I find that people are just as quick, so it's kind of finished. I know it's only a small thing, but I think that people being more sensitive about how they describe things, and people just stopping to think that actually it's weird that we said that was so gay as a bad thing. So I think now that's the change, and I think it's in football as well. You know, I didn't experience it growing up, obviously, because I wasn't living over here going to football games. But from my understanding of what other people experienced, people would have been a lot more vocal in a negative way. It hasn't gone away. It's still there, but I think it's good to just stop and acknowledge we've made like massive progress in the last 10 years, even from my memory of it. And I think it's good to just stop and acknowledge that and think that's great. And then look forward to the fact that we'll probably keep improving, and where we could be maybe in the next 10 years is something I'm excited about.